Choice and Control, a podcast celebrating people with disability. In this season, we're talking about access, inclusion, and the National Disability Insurance Scheme. This podcast series is brought to you by Carers Queensland, NDIS local area coordination partner in the community.
G'day, I'm Jodie van der Wettering. Today we're talking to Martin Broads. Martin comes from Springsure. It's about 4 hours southwest of Rockhampton in the Central Highlands region. Today, Martin's a public speaker, using his experiences and his big bush larrikin personality to educate people about disability and about the dangers of alcohol and risk-taking behaviour. This is a particular issue for Martin because back in the day, when he was a younger bloke, he scored himself a very well-paid job out in the mines in the Northern Territory. And he celebrated getting that job by going and playing up a bit. And that's when his life changed forever.
So then I went out and I got a bit drunk. Didn't have my key in my house with me. But I always had my balcony door open because it was on the 7th floor. And who climbed in to a 7th floor balcony? Well, I tried to. I slipped and I fell 7 floors. That's why I have an acquired brain injury, because I fell 7 floors. I'm lucky to be alive.
After the accident, what was the process of recovering like?
They sent the best doctor in the state up to work with me. He got flown up from Brisbane. I was unconscious in hospital for about two or 3 months. When I come to, I couldn't walk, so I had to go to a wheelchair for a couple months. Then I was told, you won't be allowed out of hospital till you can walk and look after yourself. Cook and clean for yourself, pretty much. Once I got told what I could do, that was my focus. That was all my focus was. It's getting better so I can get out of this place. Who wants to be in hospital? Nobody wants to be in hospital. I was just very determined to get out of there. So yeah, that's what I did. I had to get better.
What's life like these days, Martin?
Well, actually, it's pretty good these days. They didn't think I'd ever work again. So I got paid out my superannuation. Luckily, I'd worked long and hard enough to earn good super. So I had enough money in my super account to buy a house. So now I'm a homeowner. The best thing is no debt. I don't have to pay off a loan. And I'm still a young fella, so I'm happy. Right now, you're talking to me, and I'm at a respite service in Emerald, and mate, they've been a godsend. They're my home away from home. Because of the National Disability Insurance Scheme, they allow me to come into Emerald 2 nights a week, 3 days a week. This is my home away from home. I love it.
Oh, that's fantastic.
I'm very happy.
What support do you get through the NDIS? You get the time in Emerald, and there's also sort of therapy and ongoing support like that?
I get gym twice a week and physio once a week. Gym's good because before my accident, I used to be pretty fit and strong bloke. I've never worked behind the desk. Being back at the gym, it's good to get that fitness in and strength in there. Me getting fit again, it will take years. So it's just always something that I can look forward to getting better all the time. And also, one thing I did recently, I actually ended up getting my driver's license back a couple of weeks ago. So,
oh, fantastic!
Can't drive a manual, so even though it's automatic, who cares? Most cars are automatic these days anyway. So
that's a huge deal, living in Springsure and coming into Emerald, because there's not a lot of options as far as like public transport and stuff out that way.
My mum's getting on a bit too now because I'm pretty old bloke. It's hard for me to force it on the mum to provide transport to get me in there and town all the time. Hopefully I'll be able to get my own car shortly and take that hassle off mum's shoulders, because I do want to be independent again. I want life to be as normal as possible as it used to be.
Martin's now sharing his experiences through his newfound role as a public speaker, educating other people about disability and about the dangers of alcohol and risky behaviour, starting with one of the groups maybe most at risk of that, school leavers.
The important things to learn about not getting this way yourself. So I started off with school kids, year 12 students. I started talking to them about 8 years ago in Emerald. Don't be silly on alcohol. Because I've seen it on the news every year that kids do silly things down in the big cities, fall off buildings and everything, doing big damage to themselves. So yeah, I'm trying to stop that from happening. One school, especially in Emerald, Marist College, they've been getting me to talk to them every year for the last 8 years, and this year was especially good because the kids were very involved, and they're asking me great questions.
Having that message come from someone who's lived through it and someone who's a local would make a big impact on the kids too.
That's what I thought too. I thought, yeah, if someone had said to me when I was at high school, yeah, don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, I'd probably think about alcohol differently too, because I'm actually someone who's been there and done it and has lived to tell the tale. It certainly comes with a lot more strength from someone who's actually lived through it all. Hopefully, it means a bit more comfort for me.
What's next for you now, Martin? What plans have you got for the future?
I went and spoke to the local member about getting my talks out there further, because I'm only doing my talks locally at the moment. My problem is finding someone who can sponsor me to do it. That's all I need. I'd be confident in being able to provide a good service. I just have to get my talks more out there so people know more about it. Me being a motivational speaker, I actually have my own business cards because I have a brain injury, acquired brain injury, which is according to ABI. I tweaked with the ABI and called it actually bloody incredible. And that's what I am. I'm actually bloody incredible.
Thanks for joining us at Choice and Control, a Carers Queensland podcast. For more information about Carers Queensland, the National Disability Insurance Scheme, or the local area coordination program, please contact us online at carersqld.com.au. Or you can catch up with us on Facebook, search for Carers Queensland NDIS. This podcast is a place for people with disability to share experiences, stories and achievements. If you have a story you think we should know about, please contact us through the Carers Queensland Inquiries line at 1300 999 636 or email cq.inquiries@ndis.gov.au. Until next time, thanks for listening.